Yo, what the business is, people, it's your boy Spider Loke, and I'm back with another installment of the Check Down, where we check down on the best available waiver wire pickups of the current week, man. And this week, man, is Thanksgiving Day, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. So, we're gonna go over injuries, we're gonna go over waiver wire pickups, and we're also gonna talk some football and just celebrate Thanksgiving together, you feel me? This is the Check Down. Check it out. Yes, indeed, man. You know what it is, Doc. Hey, welcome back, everybody, first and foremost, man. And I know it's a lot of things happening around the league right now, but we got to highlight the first thing that's going on around the league. And it's the most important thing in football, people. It's injuries, baby. Let's talk about it. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the fantasy graveyard, man. Where players that were once fire are no longer fire because they're gone, people. They ain't coming back ever again this season. Not this season, at least. Maybe next season. But as you can see, Calvin Ridley, wide receiver of the Tennessee Titans, has injured the Chad, people. It's terrible, man. Calvin Ridley had a subpar season before his injury happened. And unfortunately, it causes his team to lose a little bit more momentum that they didn't have in the first place, right? So, Calvin Ridley, man, wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans, you see what he's doing now. He's eating cotton candy and going to amusement parks, getting it in, baby, because his season is done. It's over, people. Ridley unfortunately suffered a broken fibula on the Titans' first offensive play in their most recent game. He'll miss the remainder of the 2025 season. Now, before he got hurt, he appeared in 7 games. He had 6 starts, and he posted 17 receptions for 303 yards and not a single touchdown. That is unfortunate. That is sad, people. That is very sad that he doesn't even have a touchdown. For fantasy managers, Ridley is going down. Him going down just destroys, right, your lineup, right? Not only do you have faith in him, but he did not come through. The depth chart behind him isn't really that good either. You got DK. Maybe you can put him in, but the Titans are terrible, man. They're horrible, man. Like, the timing of this injury is absolutely brutal. You know what I'm saying? You probably could churn some games out, but nah. If you had really, man, my condolences to you. Seriously, man, my condolences to you, because he didn't do anything, man. He was subpar at best. You know what I'm saying? And you get a player like Calvin Ridley, when you draft him, you thinking, man, Cam Ward, that's his only weapon, right? He has to do something, right? He has to show up and show out. But unfortunately, Calvin Ridley has done nothing. So does this hurt your fantasy team if you have him? Nah, it doesn't. It actually helps you. It gives you an opportunity to put someone in that most definitely would do something. You know what I'm saying? But Calvin Ridley is out, man. He's out of there, man. And it brings me up to my next person on the list. You feel me? This person is very sad that he's hurt, right? Very, very. I feel like it's an ongoing thing with this guy, man. JJ McCarthy, man. It's an ongoing situation with him, and I don't know why. I don't know why people still believe in this guy and pick him up and think he's actually going to do something for your team, because he's not. He's inconsistent. He's the most inconsistent quarterback out there, man. In his most recent loss, he threw for only 87 yards, man, on 19 attempts. You know, Over his 6 full games this season, he's averaging a 154.8 passing yards per game with 6 passing touchdowns and 10 interceptions, man. His deep ball numbers, completion rate, and sack to interception rates are among the worst in starting quarterbacks this season. In other words, he's highly volatile, and he has a very low floor, and he might be injured. And that means Justin Jefferson's going to have a bad day, as you can see in the picture. This rookie, young guy, he's very immature, as you can see on the field. The stat line for McCarthy, is a risky type of start. He's risky every time you want to start him, right? And if you drafted him, shame on you. You should already known this. This is a reality check going into next season. J.J. McCarthy is not someone you need to pick up immediately. You know what I'm saying? He's someone you need to stash in case someone else gets hurt that's on your quarterback roster. You feel me? Someone else get hurt, enter J.J. McCarthy. Otherwise, what's the point? Why have him? Let's be real. Why have somebody like J.J. McCarthy when there's so many other options out there, right? No shade toward him, but he needs to. Right? It's like an experiment going on out there, right? You get rid of Sam Darnold, you put J.J. McCarthy in with these prolific receivers, right? Like Jordan Addison and your boy Justin Jefferson, and they're just not getting any love, man. None whatsoever, man. So keep your eye on this injured player, J.J. McCarthy. As of now, I think he's questionable, but I would still rate him as injured, bro. Because they don't have any options, bro, right now. Carson Wentz is banged up, I believe. So J.J. McCarthy will be your next option, and not really a liable option in my opinion, you know what I mean? But he's out there. He's an option, and he's injured. You might be able to stash him on your injured reserve if he ends up being injured. But I would stay away from him. Stay far away from my guy, all right? And that brings me to my next guy, And I wouldn't say stay far away from him. I would say just keep him on your bench, man. It's an unfortunate injury for your boy T. Higgins. T. Higgins got injured. It was a bad injury. I'm not gonna lie. He caught the ball and the back of his head violently hit the ground. As of this moment, there's no big headline injury news on Higgins for Week 13. At least we know he's not playing, but that said, with there being high stakes this week, with defensive adjusting, he's definitely not an option. You feel me? If you have, Jamar Chase, or if you have, what's his name, Yosivas, whatever his name is, plug him in, you know what I'm saying? Because T. Higgins is out of there, bro. Concussion protocol means he's out for at least 2 weeks, bro. If he passes each, they got this thing where they got to do where, if it's 3 stages, right? If he's not going to pass the first stage because the injury is fairly recent, right? It's Thursday. So you have to give it time. So not this week for sure. Maybe not next week, but maybe he could. You just got to keep your eyes on that. But who knows, man? Just keep your eyes on it and keep a lookout for it. You want to make sure that you plug in people that can, take off the slack of him being gone. You know what I'm saying? Because once someone like T. Higgins is gone, it's going to be a downhill slope pretty much for most of the people who had him. But there's people to plug in, if I don't go over them, there's other places you might be able to get your info, man. Which brings me up to my next point, man. Check it out. Football is money. Football is money. Whether you're a diehard fan, fantasy manager, or just in it for the drama, we're here every week to bring you the action and analysis you crave. Plus, don't miss a beat. Follow Football is Money on all social platforms for extra updates and live game insights. Join the team, subscribe today, and let's make every game count on Football is Money. That's right, man. Footballismoney.com. Footballismoney.com is where you need to go if you need help on your parlay, prop picks, fantasy lineups. If you don't know who could be a real sneaky play that might be able to give you a lot of points, this is the place you need to go. I remember AJ Barner, tight ends for the Seahawks. They had a segment on Football is Money, and they were talking about him before he was even in question. And I plugged that man in, and he gave me at least 13 points, giving me a 3-point edge to win my matchup of the week. I'm just saying, man. Footballismoney.com. That's where it's at, baby. All right, man. So moving forward, let's talk about the waiver wire ads, right? Because that's what you guys are here for, man. Y'all want to know who to scoop up and who not to scoop up, man. But, I'm going to keep it real blunt and real quick, because I gotta put some food in my belly. Like I was saying about your boy T. Higgins, right? No T. Higgins, enter Yosivas. So Yosivas, young wide receiver with big play and ability and athletic pedigree. Through 2024, he has combined for 51 receptions, 595 yards, and 10 TDs. Now, yeah, his numbers are pretty low, and as of late, he has 23 receptions for 255 yards and 3 touchdowns. But you got to understand, he's playing with T. Higgins, bro, and Jamar Chase. So, of course, his numbers don't look all that good. It doesn't look the greatest, but his numbers are good when you look at the big picture. When you look at the big picture, Yosivas, he comes with upside, right? Great upside that people need to look into, right? Don't just look at this and be like, oh man, he's just saying get him because T. Higgins is down. No, I'm telling you to get this guy because T. Higgins is down, and this guy is pretty impressive. He's impressive. He's been on the team for like 3.5 years now. Going on 4 years, and he's been productive. He's been someone that they look for on a dependent situation. If you're depending on somebody to make a play, which they will be depending on him all of the time moving forward, because there's no T. Higgins. You got to use your brain, right? You want to use the matchups that are available. No T. Higgins. That means Jamar Chase might be double teamed. He might be wrapped up on one side. So Yosivas has to step up as the wide receiver 2 now, because that's what he would be, in my opinion, the wide receiver 2. Will Chase Brown, will his usage step up a lot? Yeah, but also Yosivas will be someone that you guys need to plug in and find him on that waiver. Because if you come to this video 3 weeks from now and the man is going off because T. Higgins is out for 3 weeks, you're going to feel bad because I sat here and told you to pick him up. Yosivas, baby. Got to go grab him, man. Yosivas is one of those guys that when you're in a Jimmy Jam, which if you have any of the Cincinnati Bengals players, you're in the Jimmy Jam. So plug him in and play him, you feel me, this week, especially because the game starts in about an hour and 15. So go ahead and see if he's on your waiver wire, plug him in, and make it do what it do, baby. All right, man. So next player on the list, I'm gonna start speeding this up because I got a gizzo. Next player on the list is also one of those players. You know when I explain to you guys, just don't plug and play people in. You want to make it make sense. This guy here, you got to make it make sense. Adonai Mitchell, right? Wide receiver for the Jets. As of now, 18 receptions, 250 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Not bad, you feel me? Mitchell is a young wide receiver on the ride, right? Given the Jets need a playmaker with potential, he's a sneaky sleeper wide receiver 3 flex candidate. He's worth, the risk, I feel, if you don't have any wide receivers available. If you're dealing with a T. Higgins situation and you just need somebody to plug in because your league mates have most of the most prolific players, then yeah, I get it. Keep, plug them in and play them. If not, then your situation doesn't call for you to, to play them at all. And I would stay far away from them, right? Stay away from them. It's okay not to play people. You feel me? Think about this, man. Having him on your roster when you have the space in case he goes off is more important than not having him at all, right? And having to deal with the issue of not having a player to plug in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to feel that. Adonai Mitchell, yeah, Tyrod Taylor is over there throwing to him, right? We don't trust him. We don't believe in him. I get it. You don't necessarily have to believe in him. You can sit and wait if you have the room. If not, he would be the best available waiver wire pickup. You feel me? And now, believe it or not, he's a full-time starter. Full-time starter. He's getting in the reps with the first team. So, I mean, it's worth the look, if you're desperate. We're trying to get in the playoffs, people, and you're in 9th place. You're in 9th, 10th, and 11th place, bruh. You trying to get in the playoffs, bruh. Adonai Mitchell might be able to help you. I'm just saying, bruh. You feel me? But I know somebody for sure. And I'm for real this time. He been on my show about 3-4 weeks. Since week 1, we've been marching for my boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna sit here and take it easy on nobody. You hear me? Because if y'all want to win, if y'all trying to get in the playoffs and then win that chip, bro, you need to pay attention to what I'm telling you. It's Turkey Day. Get full, baby. And get full because, baby, it's perfect timing. You heard me, man. Shadir Sanders. Shadir the Cure Sanders, scoop him up, bro. He has upside that's out of this roof, bro. That's all. I saw his last game, and that was his first game after playing with the first team, right? Do I think he's gonna go out there and shine look like John Elway or Tom Brady or Warren Moon or some ish? No, that's not what I'm saying, people. That's not the point. Listen to the point. The point is he is going to put up points on the ball on the board. He's going to move the ball. He's going to do what he needs to do to give you the points that you need on your team today, bruh. Not tomorrow. Today. You know what I'm saying? And he's good for all types of reasons. Sleeper leagues, regular leagues, dynasty leagues. Go find this man, and if you have room on your roster, put in Shadir the Cure Sanders, people. They've been sleeping on him. They don't know it's perfect timing. They've been sleeping on him, and now he's about to wake up at the entire world, right? He plays for the Cleveland Browns, people, and he's the only rookie in the last 25 years to do what he has done. I might be over-exaggerating 5 extra years, but whatever. 20 years, 5 years. Just know that Shadir Sanders comes from a bloodline of individuals that are born to win. He's going to do the job and he's going to do it well. He's going against the 49ers. The 49ers have been struggling. They look like putty, silly putty out there. And it's terrible. It makes me want to throw up when I see it. You know what I'm saying? It makes me want to throw up. Brock Purdy struggling. It's like these short quarterbacks are really, it's like, are they struggling because they're short? I don't know. Shadir Sanders isn't short. Yeah. I'm just saying, bro. Plug him in, man. If you one of those people who didn't get a quarterback and had to deal with getting a quarterback in the late round and kind of passed on Drake May, I mean, Shadir Sanders is not a bad pickup. I'm just saying, man. Give your boy some love. That's all I'm saying. Give your boy some love and see what he do, man. Because it's perfect timing, you heard? Pick up Shadir, man, if you need a quarterback. And if you also need a quarterback, you got to think about, like I was telling y'all, I think this was week 4, week 3, I believe, when everybody was dropping Joe Burrow and they were like, oh, man, he's not going to be back. I was like, bro, it's week 3. It's a lot of 2 months. He'll be all right if they're in playoff contention in the race. And I keep hearing these ESPN reports and people saying, why is he playing? Why not? Look at their division, bro. It's 6 games left and they're 3 games behind. If any one of those teams that are at the top lose a game and the Bengals keep winning, they're in there, bro. And I think Joe Burrow believes in himself. And Burrow has done this before last season when he came back. But they didn't make the playoffs. But man, dude, they were so close. Maybe he's trying to do a repeat of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, Joe Burrow is one of those guys people are sleeping on, bruh. You can't sleep on the Burrow, man. You know what I'm saying? He back. Joe Burrow is back, Jack. And he's back like he never left. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to bask in that right quick. I want y'all to just look at that picture, bro. My man is back, bro. He's like the evil Joker in the picture. You know what the vibes are when Joe Burrow comes back. Even with the Bengals, healthy though on offense, shifting around makes it, kind of shaky, but it's Joe Burrow. He knows his offense, right? He's healthy. He has his weapons. He does have T. Higgins, but he doesn't really need them. Enter Yosivas, like I said. And if you're in the 2 quarterback leagues and he's a streaming option, dude, he's a strong, strong ad, man. He's a safe bet for consistency. If he is on your waiver wire right now, just sitting there looking crazy, you need to go pick him up. Real talk right now. You need to minimize this screen. Go find my man and plug him in and start him immediately. I told you guys don't drop him. Yeah, I told you guys don't drop them, didn't I? I told y'all don't drop them. I told y'all to keep them close by your heart in that IR. And you see, now it's about to pay off because he's gonna go out there slinging it, bro. He healthy. He's coming in mid-season, late season, mid kind of, on the back end, But it don't matter, bro. It's Joe Burrow. He know that offense, bro. He know that offense, man. And another person that knows their offense pretty good, Brenton Strange, bro. The Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. Don't sleep on the Jaguars, bro. I feel like they're bubbling at the right time, you know what I'm saying? You got Tutton out there, and now you got Strange. He's back, bro. He's back like Joe Burrow is back, bro. And he's back to do stranger things, pause. There could be stranger things you could be doing right now than not picking up my boy Benton Strange, tight end of the Jacksonville Jaguars. As a tight end with upside target share, depending on the Jaguars' offensive game plan, Strange could be a sleeper tight end option, especially useful if your league skin pool is really, really shallow. He's a good deep league upside candidate. And he might not give you elite tight end numbers right now, bro. But in deeper formats, man, it's like a lottery ticket right now. Because there's not a lot of tight ends out there that's going to give you production. One tight end I know is my man Strange, bro. He's going to come out there and he's going to give you points and he's going to be productive, bro. He's going to be productive. Why? Because they're trying to get into the playoffs, bro. Like everybody, you got to understand these teams are right there behind 1 or 2 games behind each other. They're trying to win, overthrow each other, and get playoffs now, not later. You feel me? So Strange, although it might be strange to somebody talk about Brenton Strange, you need to go grab him. Tight end 1 right now, bro. Like, I'm just saying, bro. I need to listen, tap in, lock in. You feel me? Lock in, bro. Moving on, man. Moving on, my boy, to the rest of the starters for the. No, I think that's it, man. I think that's it, dog. I think that's the show, man. But although that is the end of the show, no. Actually, it's not, bro. It is one more person, bro. Come on, bro. We can't. We got to give Neil an opportunity, right? I was gonna leave him off because they said he was like hurt, but I think it was like some kind of hoax or something like that. Somebody was playing games, but I believe Neil is activated. If he's not, then shame on me, and I'm gonna find out otherwise. But as of now, on my radar, it looks like my boy Neil is in the picture, bro. And I'm trying to find his. Here we go, Neil right here. Yeah, so Devin Neal, man, running backs for the Saints. What can I say, man? Kamara is sidelined, so that means that Neal takes the lead role. You feel me? And his stats of now, he has like 225 yards, man. I'm not gonna be in a hoopla roar for this guy. I'm not gonna be here and be like, man, you need to get this guy. This guy is him, because he's not. That's one of the reasons why I was reluctant to put him on here. But I got a friend of mine who is a New Orleans Saints fan, and I told him I'll put him on my show. So there you go, man. Devin Neal's running back for the Saints. Hope and pray that Taysom Hill doesn't, play that utility knife role, because if he does, man, then your boy Neal is going to be useless. I already think he's useless, because if he's hurt, or there's rumors or reports of him being kind of hurt or whatever, or even speculation, that's enough. I don't care if it's a meme, bro. Just them playing about it. It's enough for me not to start Devin Neal, bro. It's not like he's a league winner option or something, bro. It's not like he's going to save your season if you start him, right? No, the only thing that's going to save you is this turkey right now, Devin Neal. When you get full off of it before the game this weekend, man. Because, I have no hope for the Saints, bro. Like, none whatsoever, bro. They're like, their well is running dry, and there's no hope for them, man. So, but Devin Neal, I guess he would be a good option. He's the next best thing that you could pick up this week, I guess. If you're looking for a running back with upside, because Kamara is hurt, he's going to be starting, so he's going to get some love. Otherwise, yeah, Devin Neal, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. So that's our show, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Make sure you eat some turkey. Don't get too drunk out there. Have fun watching the games. It's gonna be some good games tonight. Cowboy Nation, stand up. You know how we do every Thanksgiving, man. We got to get that W, bro. We got to hold that W in the sky, bro. So from me and Check Down and this here turkey right there, this is the Check Down, man. Have you checked it out?